I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land. I acknowledge and pay my respects to the Turrbal people as the traditional owners of the land in which I live in, and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. I would like to take you all to my hometown where I grew up in Zilmia. I have walked these streets many times, but today I am walking these streets with my eyes open, in the hopes of discovering more about the Aboriginal people's culture. I first decided to look upon my own family and their experiences surrounding the Aboriginal people. Starting with my children, my son attends a local daycare, and I was pleased to learn of his involvement in activities surrounding the Aboriginal people's culture. The centre is occasionally joined by a member of the Gubbi Gubbi tribe who engages in traditional songs, art, and other cultural activities. But how much knowledge is really being taught from an occasional visit? This led me to the local primary school in Zilmia to explore if the Aboriginal people's culture continued to be taught as the children got older. Upon arrival of the school, I was greeted with a diversity of Aboriginal paintings and artwork on the sides of buildings. I had never taken any notice of these paintings before. I saw them, but I just saw paintings. I didn't look deeper into it or explore the meaning behind the artwork and the culture it may represent. I decided to check the school website for further information. However, there was no mention of any Aboriginal people's cultural studies, subjects, or events though. This makes me question if the length of the Aboriginal people's culture ends with the artwork being displayed on the buildings and isn't taught further. I walk the streets a while longer and go past a park I have walked past many times before. Even today, while being vigilant of the Aboriginal people's culture, I almost walked straight past. The park contained green grass, trees, and birds. This was far more beautiful than the other westernised lands with buildings on it, yet here it stands, only a small piece of land compared to the surrounding area. The Aboriginal people lived off the land, not just on it, and made sure they only took what they needed from trees where we destroyed them. It makes me sad to think that this is the only piece of land without westernised attachments on it, so I can only imagine the devastation the Aboriginal people experience when they see what was once something so precious now being destroyed to accommodate for the white Australian. I look closer and see a sign stating the name of the park on it and realise there was information regarding the history. The original name of the area was called Geebong because there was mass trees which had the fruit geebong growing on them that the Yugarabal tribe used to pick. I had no idea that a simple sign or park area could hold so much history if I paid attention to it. But why isn't this being displayed more? Why do I need to search for Aboriginal people's history in the lands that they own? I believe it is because the realization of how we destroyed their land, built on it for our own purposes, and invaded the country is too upsetting. So instead of acknowledging it, we hide the history and just display the occasional artwork here and there to give the illusion that we are culturally acceptant, when really we are too scared and ashamed to acknowledge the truth. This results in oppression to the Aboriginal people and their culture. Perhaps most just can't appreciate the natural beauty of land and only see it as the area that can fit a new shop on it. It is unclear on why we ignore it, but it is very real to the Aboriginal people. Even after discovering so much I wasn't aware of, how much is it really compared to the westernised surroundings? Does what's displayed provide us with enough knowledge of traditions and histories of the Aboriginal people? Do the Aboriginal people take comfort and feel included by seeing a single painting or picture of their flag? And do people even see it? I hope this video encourages others to take a look around and actually see what's in their community, try and learn more from it, and hopefully, in time, add more culture and history to the community.